Hello, everybody. This is Kevin here for you for another My Hero for another On the Road to My Hero Once Justice 2. This is number 4. I finally got my old mic working again. I think there's gonna be some sound. I turned off the sound on my mic, so I have to hear all that. What I think there's gonna be sound when I upload this, regardless. I didn't like turn it off all the way in the game settings. I did turn it off all the way in my mic settings, but it's whatever. So I'm gonna go see My Hero One. Wait, I'm gonna go see My Hero Academia: Heroes Rising in theaters tomorrow, and I am so excited about that. That movie looks so good, and I've been here. So, let's see, how long ago was this? It was like probably last year. I've been hearing theories about. So, what's his name? Horikoshi. He did like a panel of all the All for One users from Deku and then before. Obviously, we were able to see who All Might and then Nara was, but then after that, we haven't seen everybody. Then we got that chapter where it was Class 1A versus Class 1B, and in that chapter, we saw another user who had the Black Whip quirk. It was that big chunky guy who was like funky. No, he wasn't chunky, but I was thinking of Eddie I saw. But he had the Black Whip quirk, and then we learned that, just like how Tsunema Nana had a quirk plus All for One, there were like a couple others. Well, we found out there was 6 others. Well, counting Samurai, it was Black Whip, then Nanara's, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So they form a quirk. So counting them together, there's 6 all from all for one users that have quirks before they got all for one. I mean, one for all. I've been saying all for one, one for all. And then we didn't get to see everybody else, but we saw the silhouettes. And then the first 2 silhouettes, people been saying it was Bakugo and Kirishima were the first 2 users of All for One after the original one, the second and third user. Obviously, I didn't watch the videos. I thought it was dumb. Felt like that makes no sense. They were not born around that time. They're Deku age. If they were born around that time, they have to be All for One age. And we don't know how old All for One is because he had some sort of he was around when quirks first started popping up, and there's no way he's only 20 something because he looks really young. So he has some sort of quirk that either halts your aging, reverse your aging, or just either one of those. I was gonna say heal your aging, but you're not really healing anything. You're just getting old, so it's not really. Or I don't know what you're healing. Or he's probably using the doctor's quirk because in the last chapter, as soon as Eraserhead started looking at him, he started growing older and older by the second. So maybe his quirk can make you young. He can put it on All for One. That's a possibility. So anyway, I didn't watch the whole video of it, but the theory was that Bakugo and Kirishima were the second and third users of All for One. I mean, One for All. And then in this movie, I've been hearing that after you watch it, that theory becomes more likable. And the only way I can really see that happen, my friend John was saying this too, was I guess if the Class 1A students somehow go back in time, and then and then All for One brother gives it to Bakugo somehow, and then Bakugo just however using All for One, he was I don't want this. Wait, does that mean Deku's gonna get explosions if that's true? Yeah, if the quirks from the past users get mixed in with One for All, and then that's how Deku was able to use the quirks now. Does that mean, if that theory is true, that Bakugo and Kirishima was the second and third users, does that mean that Deku is gonna get hardening and explosions with whatever quirks are left? Because there's 6, and we already know 2 of them, Black Whip and Nanara's float. So that means there's 2 more, and if that theory, what I just said, is true, then he has hardening and explosion. But that'd be kind of lame. I mean, we already know those 2 powers already. I mean, those 2 powers aren't lame at all. But I'm just saying we already know them. It'd be kind of cool if we got to see what other powers they could be. What else would be a really cool power for Deku to unlock with it? I guess I'm done with that rant because that's really it. 'Cause I haven't watched that video yet. I'm gonna watch it after. Well, my friends were telling me to watch that 3 video. Who said I fight again? I guess Stain. I should watch that fight video after. I mean, not fight. I should watch that 3 video after I go see the movie tomorrow. I'm gonna wait until the after credits to see this after credit scene. There wasn't an after credit scene in the last movie, but you know, you never know. So I'm gonna wait and see if anything crazy happened. We also get the. I'm gonna go back to the whole Deku powers thing. We got 30 minutes. Every one of these on the road things is 30 minutes. I got time. We get to see Hawks and some of the promotional art, and we get to see Hawks and 2 of the trailers for like a split second. He was flying through, yelling. Obviously, Hawks isn't in the anime yet. He won't be in this season at all. He'll probably be in like the next season. And we did see like his mount in the latest trailer they released. I think it was last week. He was flying through the air. He was on the phone, and he was talking like really fast. You saw fire in some places, but he didn't say anything. You just heard Deku. It was Deku over him. So I wonder how he's gonna sound in the dub and in the sub, because he's gonna have like, he's a grown man, so obviously he'd be somewhat of a deep voice. But you know, that like President Mike. You know, he's a grown man, but he doesn't have like All Might voice where it's like, ha ha, hello everyone. You know, it's sort of screechy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, well, the powers be kind of cool for Deku. Obviously, it has to be somewhat of a lame power because One For All jacks it up to make it a cool power. Like, I think the Black Whip quirk wasn't as powerful and cool as we saw it when it was freaking out and almost like consuming Deku. I'm pretty sure it was like a simple, like, you know, you throw out the whip, you can grab something easy, simple, something like that. But as soon as it mixes in with One For All, you know, it powers it up, and then it turns into what we saw it turns into what we saw when Deku was doing the whole Class 1A versus Class 1B thing. So we get floating, which after he can master it and combines it with One For All, I'm guessing he can like pseudo fly now, because like just floating is just you standing in place and then you float up in the air. I'm pretty sure that's all that quirk could do. But mixing with All For One, he could float while moving, maybe like sort of fly like Superman without wings, because like technically floating, I guess. So yeah, I guess Deku can like fly now. You know, like, how do you explain this? Like, I know All Might didn't have all the other quirks like Deku's finna get right now. Uh-oh. I think he got it. Yep. Dang. Deku doesn't have all these other, All Might didn't have all these other quirks like Deku's finna get. All he did was have the base One For All power, was the mad strength, and he got speed from it. Because like, obviously if someone asked him, you could just say, you know, super strength. That's basically what it is. He just gets buffered and he's faster, stronger, more durable. Basically just super strength, or like what's another one? Like highly endurable. I don't know. Like, you know, it's simple. Now with Deku, you know, it's common for kids to have like 1 or 2 quirks like Todoroki, but now you're gonna have 6 powers, and then it's not gonna take a genius to figure out. Obviously, Bakugo knows that he didn't have a quirk before because he knew him since he was a kid, and everybody knew him when he was a kid. But anyone can look up in a data book or in his, or like, oh yeah, anyone can like go in his records, like as a kid, like his birth certificate, or just like hacking the hospital thing and go in his records and see that when he was a kid, the doctor clarified him as quirkless. Obviously, maybe they could be like, oh, he was a late bloomer. This is like a unique thing we never seen before. But I don't know. The chances of people just throwing it off as that is very slim, high to none. So people could find that out that way, unless Deku can like grab all his records from like the database or whatever. But I highly doubt he's gonna do that, or he's gonna think that. Yeah, like the new Dabi costume. Oh my god, I used to just have the plain old, just the scarf. I did want it to add the scarf on this one. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna put the little fluff. I'm gonna put the fluff thing they got up there. Let's see what else we can talk about. I already talked about Deku's powers, the movie. I guess we go back to the movie. Oh wait, he has to have a costume on. There we go. Nice and flashy. There we go. What's another thing about the movie? Oh, the movie. Nine's group. So I don't know all the names. I don't know none of the names actually. But Nine has like this girl that can control her hair. Sort of like that girl from Ben 10. And then he has another girl. I mean, he has a dude that's like wrapped up in like, he sort of looks like a ninja mummy because he's in like ninja poses every time you see him in the trailer. But like think of Eraserhead Scarf, how he can just move it around without even like, like sort of like he can just move it around and do stuff with it. He's basically ramped up in a ton of Scarf stuff like that, but it's rare. Like, you guys seen the trailer if you watch My Hero, like, you know what I'm talking about. He can move that around. So I guess it's just like the hair thing, but just like Scarf stuff. And then with that girl that can control her hair, there was a scene where she was like laughing, and then her hair just hardened like Kirishima quirk. It just went ting. Either maybe she can like take on the abilities of different people she touches with her hair, or that's just like something she can do with her hair, and it's not like, oh snap, she touched Kirishima, now she can harden her hair. Or like, oh snap, she touched Todoroki, now she can light her hair on fire and like make it produce ice or something. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's like pretty cool. Then he has a wolf. At first, like in all the trailers, I thought it was just like a big wolf dude. So I was like, oh okay, so he has like a wolf quirk, basic. But then I went on Google and I looked up My Hero Academia Hero Rising, and then there was like a character thing where they were like drawing sketches out, and I was able to get a closer look at him. And apparently, this giant wolf dude, like the base body is a wolf. The base body is a wolf, but then he has like this giant lizard tail. And then if you look at his hands, he has like these giant claw talons. Like obviously wolves have talons, but if you look at the top part of his hands, it's sort of like not scaled, so it looks like a chicken. So I think he was made, yeah, unless he can like unless his quirk is to take on the abilities or appearance of different animals, he must have been made. And I think Nine was made too, because in like the very first trailer or like teaser trailer they did for this movie, what was it? The doctor that been helping One for All. I mean All for One. Wait, One for All. Am I mixing those up? Oh shoot, now I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, the doctor, he was like walking around and he was looking at one of the canisters that the normals are usually in, and he looked at it and Nine was in there. I don't think he got me. Hopefully he didn't get me. Yeah, he didn't get me. And Nine was in there. He was just laying there. He was like, hey, what's up? I think he was like releasing him or whatever. So either Nine, because Nine have multiple quirks, so either they were giving him quirks and he was able to handle it somehow, or he is like a perfect Nomu in the movie context, like, because normal Nomus, they look like monsters, like beastly, their brains hanging out, they're all black, like they're monsters. But this Nomu maybe is like human looking, so it can blend in, it can think, it can like have his own crew, give out orders. Like this is the most perfect Nomu that the Doctor has ever made. I don't know what to call him now because the whole Shiga Mora thing and people in Japan and stuff getting mad. I don't think he renamed him yet because I don't know if you guys. I said in another video, but I'll say it again. I'm gonna keep it brief though. And like I think it was 2 chapters ago, Horikoshi named the evil doctor that's been working with Shigaraki, and his name was Shigamura, and apparently the Mora part of his name. So I saw a video of Truth Hero. He was explaining. Apparently, if you look at Mora, in Japan during like World War II, I think it was Japan. They were doing like human experiments and stuff like that, and they have come out and said that they're sorry for it, and they didn't obviously they meant to do with whoever was around the time of World War II, but they have apologized for it and they're not doing that no more. Human experience is like really jacked up, you guys. Like, just imagine just experimenting on another human and like chopping them up and stuff just for like benefits of science. Like that's really messed up. Even though it's like a breakthrough of whatever you're doing is still pretty jacked up and mean and horrible. I I couldn't imagine somebody just doing that. But anyway, that's where the Mora part comes from. Again, I think because I think like a company that was doing it was called Mora, and a bunch of people in Japan or China was getting real mad about it. I heard that My Hero got banned in China for like a few. Like, it was either like for 2 weeks or like a few days. It got banned completely. And Horikoshi has come out and said that he's sorry. He wasn't mean like be funny or anything. He's gonna change the name of the dude. But then I was like, people were saying he was saying that it has no connection with the doctor. I was like, that's obviously a connection that he gave him that name for a reason because the doctor does do human experiments. Nomus are regular people in My Hero world. They've just been jacked up with so many quirks that bodies can't handle it, and that's why they look like the monster appearances that they have. So like, okay, that those connections make sense. It's not like this came out of nowhere and it was a random connection. Like nah, but he has apologized for it. Obviously, I'm not from China or Japan. I'm from Boston, so I wouldn't know how I don't want to know how they would feel about this. In my opinion, I wouldn't think, obviously some people are going to get mad, but I wouldn't think it was this big a deal, He was just making a connection. It's in the story. The doctor does do human experiments. It was like, it made sense to why his name was going to be that. But, it's whatever now. So, yeah, what happened was happening. My hero's still going on. It's whatever. What else? Oh, yeah, so I had a theory that after I saw like the melee dude, not a melee dude, that in the latest trailer from My Hero Rising, what's his name? The wolf dude was fighting Kirishima in one scene. Like Kirishima went to go do a punch, and then the wolf dude blocked it with like one of his elbows or whatever. And then we see the wolf dude like throw a mean right hook, and then we just see Ojiro go flying. So I was like, okay, he's like a melee fighter. So I was thinking, okay, well, Deku and Bakugo have to all gang, both of them have to gang up to get 9. I'm thinking, okay, so I guess the wolf dude is a melee fighter of his little group, and all the melee fighters in Class 1A are gonna fight him. So Sato, Sugurus, Ojiro, the tail dude, Kirishima, Bakugo, and Deku are melee, but they're busy fighting 9 because they're like the 2 main ones of the group, obviously. Now I guess all the long range people sort of are gonna fight the girl with the hair. So like we'll be long. I guess Todoroki, yeah, he's pretty long. Oh wait, did he get me? Oh, I thought I was level 2 for a second. What was I finished? What was I saying? I was looking at the poster again to like get some names. Oh yeah, so Todoroki, Jiro, he's sort of long range, sort of close range because of her earbone, the earlobe thing, but she mainly does long range because she sends out the sound waves. Soji, he's close range, so he'll help out in that fight too. Shiro, he's not close range at all, so he'll probably, maybe he'll help out in the fight between the ninja dudes. Not the girl that I don't know. It's confusing, but obviously everybody's gonna help. Oh wait, Ida's close range. So that's a lot of dudes on top of the wolf dude. I mean that wolf dude's gonna be putting in some work if he gotta fight Kirishima, Ida, Soji, Sugurus, and Ojiro. I don't know how everybody's good in that class to fight, but I have no idea how. Sorry, I have no idea how Mineta or Koda is gonna help out in the fight at all. All Koda can do is talk to animals. So I guess like he could send some deer or bear to help in the fight, maybe, I don't know. And then what else? Mineta, unless he steps on a ball and gets stuck, like that's real simple though. Like come on, don't let a villain get defeated that easily. Like getting stuck on a ball that Mineta threw down. Like that's really dumb. Come on, like he really can't help out in a fight like that. Somebody sturdy that can throw, he can throw a lot of punches at him. You gotta get him right. Alright, what's something else we can talk about in My Hero? All my hero doing this. We talk about the movie, the manga. If we can talk about the manga and the latest chapter. So we were on break last week, but we're coming back with a chapter this week. And in the last chapter, it ended with, I think her name is Miracle. Yeah, Miracle, the bunny girl, is the bunny girl and that dude that basically has the knockoff version of Kirishima Crust, because it said he can like make those like scale talon things, like those scale things all over his body to make sort of like an armor. So just like Kirishima's quirk, it said scales, like something is coming onto his body. Well, Kirishima's chase, his body becomes actual like rock, like you see like on his arms or whatever. Like if I pause it, you like I don't know how to like. Oh wait, if I do my level 1, you see. I can't do it right now, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, you know, his body becomes like as hard as rock. It's not just like scales or something is coming up to help him. So, and they're 5 high-end numbers. Now they're probably gonna die because all of them hit on Miracle at once when that doctor let him go, and she slammed into the roof. But she was like, "That ain't gonna take me down." So she got some fight left in her, but I doubt like she can take on 5 high-end. Not even Endeavor, the number 1 hero. I was trying to say 2. The number 1 hero could barely take on the Hood. But the thing was, and he explained that when he took Hood out of his like container thing, it took 10 hours for him to stabilize, and then he went out to go fight. Okay, let me finish. Box me up. Then he went out to go fight Endeavor. But these things had no time to stabilize. They just got out. And that's why. That's probably why, because they're able to talk pretty well, but they keep stuttering. And they were like, you're the number. It's whatever. Let's just fight. So they can't really talk too well, but they do know. They got fighting capabilities. So that's like the only unless they get backup, their only saving grace is that these guys had no time to stabilize. Unless this would be crazy. Unless. Let's say these guys don't need like 10 hours to stabilize. Let's say it's like 2 or 3, maybe like 6 hours, you know, a pretty long time. What if these nobles are good enough to fight off the hero long enough for them to stabilize? And then, like, obviously they're going to be pretty tough because they're high ends. But then as soon as like that 6-hour hits in, they get like a power boost because they're stabilized. So then that really wrecks shop, and now they really can't even. Now, like before, we were able to kind of tangle with these nobles. Now, yo, I can barely handle these fools. What is going on? Like, they get a power boost. That would be crazy. And the only way to take these guys down is everybody bum roast them at the same time. But they're probably gonna be tired from all those. Well, there's a bunch of bummy nobles out in the field, fighting them in like the lobby. Yeah, there's like a bunch of bummy nobles fighting all the heroes in the lobby. But think about it, all these bummy nobles are still pretty tough. And then everybody gotta keep all those nobles inside. If they get outside, that is going to be a problem. There's people outside, civilians. I'm pretty sure they probably like evacuated the next 2 blocks. Cause they evacuated the whole. Wait, hold up. I had to cough real quick. They evacuated the whole hospital and they moved them somewhere else, obviously. But then, I bet they didn't expect for a big giant battle to break out because it was just a doctor they were going after. So they probably didn't evacuate outside. Maybe they evacuated like I don't know, like maybe 2 or 3 blocks down. But if a noble gets out and starts spazzing out in the streets, like that's bad. So they gotta handle that and make sure no nobles get out. They're probably gonna be tired. Plus they gotta fight some high ends. Endeavor could put in some work. Cause Endeavor, besides Endeavor, it's not like all the other pro heroes that I saw there aren't really holding a candle. No pun intended, because he's fire. But no other pro heroes are holding a candle to what Endeavor can do. People were saying that Endeavor might die this arc, and then his family might actually like not respect him, but what's it called? Endeavor's trying to make nice with his family after everything that's happened. He is becoming somewhat of a good person, so yeah, I guess respect him and forgive. That's the word I was trying to find. Forgive him. Trying to forgive him for what he done. Obviously, Todoroki's older brother, Todoroki's older sister forgave Endeavor already. Todoroki hasn't forgiven him. His younger Is that his younger brother? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The other dude that got kidnapped by that one dude that can control the lines. His other brother, he's forgiving him. Then that popular theory that Dabi is Todoroki's older brother. That was that picture because he was like Toya. I think that was the one that left. Toya, he died, and Endeavor killed him. Obviously, Endeavor didn't kill a kid, so people were saying like he killed Toya, him, and then he became Dabi. You know what I'm saying? Like destroyed his personality from all the beatings and stuff he gave him. Because like if that is true, he probably did like beat Dabi when he was a kid because he had. Cause Endeavor, he only married Ray. I think that's his mom's name with the ice quirk. He only married her so he could have a child and breed to have a cool, awesome quirk that could beat All Might someday. And if he had Dabi at first, that's blue flames. You already because Endeavor, he has orange flames. He has to like crank it up to like the max to get blue flames. But Dabi, as a kid, he got blue flames off the rip. He don't even gotta try it. It just produced naturally. That's OD powerful. And then he can then when he cranks it up, he could probably get the purple flame. Now I always thought purple flame was like the hardest. I mean not the hardest, the hottest you can go. But apparently there's like some green flame out there that's even hotter. I think. And then I heard that the max is white flames. I've never seen or heard of a white flame or a white flame or a green flame. I just thought because like purple, what they call it? They call it plasma. I always thought like that would be pretty cool for like they call it plasma. So I was like that would be pretty cool for like one of the Todorokis to master. But then like in this universe, they can overheat and they can like burn themselves. That's probably what happened to Dabi. But that wouldn't make any sense to me because like look at Dabi. Like if he did like go overheat and burn himself, how come only like half his hand is burnt and not his whole hand? Because we seen how he uses fire, his whole palm lights up, not just like the bottom part of his hand like it is there. How come it's just like his neck, half of his chest, and like just under his eyelids? Like somebody did that to him. There's no way Dabi did that to himself, cause that's like kind of weird. How if he did burn himself with his own quirk, or he had like a high dense fight, and he went over his limits and he burned himself, why just those specific spots? I guess maybe I'm thinking too much into it, and it's just he just did that just to look cool, and it does look pretty cool. But if he did like overheat himself in like a high dense fight back in the day, why would it just be those specific spots and not like other spots? You get what I'm saying? Like that doesn't really make any sense to me. I don't know who else I'd be now. I guess whoever I was already Dabi. All for one, here we go. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was saying it right. All for one is bad. One for all. That's the good one. Yeah, I was right. Let's get it. No. Gran Torino. And then a slash. Oh wait. I messed that up all the way. Gran Torino and a slash. Every time I pick all for one, I gotta do All Might against them. It's like the only that I can really contend. And muscular. What's something else I can talk about? Oh no, I gotta do here. Oh yeah, Best Genius. People were saying he might not be dead. There was that one chapter where Hawks was like, I can't believe I killed a man, and then Best Genius went missing, no one could find him. And I think because he even put him in like a bag and brought him to like the HQ of the Phantom the Phantom, how do you say it? Liberation. There we go, the Phantom Liberation. So I was trying to say it with an R at first. I don't know why. It's Liberation, not Liberation. He tried to bring him. We even saw him there, didn't we? So if he's not dead, he's still alive, and he's just like doing that just to do it. I guess I don't know. That's kind of weird. Oh, at 29 minutes. This is my last round. Let's talk about something good. Something good. You know what's crazy? So we know about those quirk boosters that when you take it, it'll boost your quirk up mad hard, and a simple dose can like. So we saw that one like petty villain that had it, and his quirk was to like make tiny little blades that come out 10 centimeters from his body. Basically, he can make tiny little box cutters. He took like one dose of this. He was able to make giant blades to cut up Kirishima. Like Kirishima had to go unbreakable to beat this dude. Like, that's pretty crazy. Now, Overhaul. Deku had no. I don't think Deku had to go 100% to beat Overhaul, but obviously he had no idea what percentage he had to go to beat him. And it's not a lot of time. He's coming at you in that giant monstrous form. Ares right there to repair you. Might as well just go to full 100 and get this over with quick, so he doesn't keep healing himself. You know. So he was able to make that giant monster just by his base quirk. He didn't use a booster. If Overhaul would have used a booster, I'm not saying like he'll be going toe for toe, blow for blow with 100% Deku at the time, but it might be a bit tougher for Deku to like get around him, cause it's like it'll be a bit tougher for Deku to try to get around him or to try to even hit him. It'll be more of a technical fight than just a straight up brawl, brawl fight than what it was. But okay, I thought you had me for a second. I can't wait for the second game to come out. I really can't. Oh, yo, I saw a video from Draco Wolf that Dub might actually be in the game. That would be awesome. I would love to have Dub in this game. I love Dub. I rather watch I rather watch anime and dub this. So like I know people hate that, but that's just what I like. I think I got him. Boom. What? That's crazy. Nah, that should have hit him. I know he was going from the side, but I still technically had him. Cause like I think he went on like the website and we saw like on the languages it was Japanese and then like English, and then on the subtitles they had English up there too, but then it said like audio. No, yeah, language. It said audio. On audio, oh, that was even the final round. Dang, I wasted my my level 2 then. He had no problems just busting that Joker out. What's it called? Oh, under audio, it was Japanese and English. And he was like, hasn't been taken down. I don't think it was on like the official. It went on some website about one of your said I gotta watch it again, but it wasn't like the official website. I don't think. And then under subtitles, it had English up there. So he was like, is there gonna be like an update to have dub in the game as soon as the game comes out, or is this just like a typo or someone like messing up? I hope it's like an update to have dub. I would love dub in this game. I'll make it so much better. Because the only dub games I see that are anime is Dragon Ball and Naruto, which I find ridiculous. One Piece is a really good anime. It's the best anime out there right Sorry, voice crack. It's the best anime out there right now. And for some reason, there's like no dub games for it. That's really dumb to me. And then, you know, oh my gosh, I might lose this. I probably should have put it out. I gotta start moving around. Okay, whew, oh my goodness. I almost lost it for a second. I find that really ridiculous to me. It's probably because One Piece isn't as popular in the West as Dragon Ball and Naruto is, but My Hero, it is definitely popular out here, just like Dragon Ball and Naruto. So it could get a dub. So I mean, it could happen. And I would love that. It would make this game so much better if it had dub, especially for the voice lines they say at the beginning, because you can change that up. But there's no subtitles in the game when they're saying the voice line, so there's really no point for people like me to like buy it in the store or whatever and equip it when they do their intro, because you can't we don't know Japanese and there's no subtitles, so you don't know what they're saying. Obviously you can hear like the voice different, but I don't even know what it is. So like, what's the point? If they make a dub, boom, baby, I bet you more people are gonna buy this game if it's in dub. If you put it in dub, even more people are gonna buy this game. I just know it. I just know it, baby. I know it. So like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube in the morning when I wake up at 6:25, and then later that day around like I don't know what time I'm gonna get home. Let's see, the My Hero movie starts at 7:30. I gotta go to Wilson to see it. I don't live in Wilson. And we're gonna go out to eat after. I don't know, around like maybe 10 or like 11, I'll probably do like a 20-minute or maybe close to an hour review. How much it depends on how long I talk on the stream. I'm gonna stream my review. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. See you guys later for the review and for the review. Let's see. My Hero One's Justice 2 comes out in March 13th. It is February 20. Well, shoot, I'm streaming at what, 12 now? It's 12, ain't it? Oh no, it's still only 11. So yeah, it's the 24th right now. No, I mean it's the 25th right now. I guess I can do. This is number 4, right? So I might get an even number. I do 6. I do 5 in like 2 days. I do 6 in like another 2 days, and then I'll stop. Or maybe I might do 7. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see you guys later. Bada bing, bada boom. Uh-oh. My controller's working. Oh my gosh, my controller's working. I can't log out of Twitch to stop streaming. Yo, how am I gonna log out of Twitch to stop streaming? My controller's whacking out right now. It's like when I go home, it's like whacking around. Oh my gosh. I can't be streaming for like ever.